Hey, it's Marduk with some real talk. Quite alert type of video this will be called, alert. Everybody checked out what's going on with this ceasefire. What's more alarming is what Karoline Leavitt said yesterday, I believe it was yesterday, during her press conference. She was making a warning to all media and anyone who puts out any false narrative or any misinformation of their thoughts and anything that is pertaining against the Iran war will be dealt with. That will be considered like treason. So, if the media is being warned of how they can put out the news on this war, that we're not supposed to call it a war, but it's a war with Iran, with the whole Israel, Iran, and us, that you're going to be reprehended, so to speak. So again, this is addressed to the media. You do know what happens after that. If they can pull this off and make it so that the media can only tell you what they want them to say, that means you and I, who might want our own opinion to put out there, such as I am right now, putting out a video, you could get in trouble for it. Think on that. Seriously, think on that. You could say I'm blowing this all out of proportion. But when the press secretary, Karoline Leavitt, makes it very clear that the news media needs to be watching what they say and put out for a narrative, especially if it's against the Iran war that we're in, that they're going to deal with repercussions. Hold on to that. Today, Melania Trump put out a statement, a news little statement there that she addressed to the press about her with this whole linkage to the Jeff Epstein. That it needs to stop. The false allegations need to stop. All the pictures and videos and anything you've seen that's been circulating around, it's all fake. It's false. It's all false. She didn't know Jeff Epstein. He didn't introduce her to Donald Trump. Needs to stop. And now she's also asking Congress to pass a bill of some sort to make it so that she'll be in trouble for even suggesting. So now, put that with what Karoline Leavitt said yesterday. Put that all together. And what the heck do you think is going to be popping off next? Freedom of speech, in my opinion, seems to be hanging on a wire right now. Because God forbid, if you're against the Iran war and you want to voice your opinion about that and let the world hear it, you could be in trouble. You know what comes to my mind when I start thinking of all of this that's going on? We want Venezuela oil. But first, I just humor me for a minute. We're going to back up. We're going to back up a little bit. Because something just hit me. The Venezuela. Remember that? Remember what it first started off to be? Drug cartel. It's about the drugs. Gotta stop the drugs coming into America from Venezuela. That was the reason of going in. Then we get Moderna. Now it's about the oil. Because once we got him out and brought him to New York and where he sits dealing with court, now we go grab all the oil. And then Trump makes it clear, after he made it about drugs first, then he turns it around. We need the oil. I wanted the oil, so we got the oil. What happened to the drugs? Wasn't that the real reason that you had to go there? Oh no, it's about the oil. Okay. Now fast forward to where we are now. Iran. Oh, can't have them make a nuclear bomb. Nope, 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 nope. I've heard that. I've heard this line for over 25 years. Iran does not want to make a nuclear bomb. People, I am sorry, but time to wake up. Their beliefs is not about who we're gonna bomb and kill. You wanna know why they last and keep on lasting? The God, Jesus. They believe in God wholeheartedly. That's why they call us the Satan and Israel's little Satan. Well, if you look at Book of Revelations, we are Babylon. Seriously, if you really look at it, America is Babylon. No ifs, ands, buts about it. You cannot say that that's inaccurate. That being said, here we are. Dictatorship. Telling you what you cannot say, what you can do, not do. Vietnam War. People were against it. Americans stood up, they protested, they did marches, and here we are, trying to make YouTube videos about our concerns about this whole damn chaotic nightmare. Because when you start to look at this picture, and when you really do some digging, we're doing this for Israel. We're doing this for Bibi, Netanyahu. God, I'm sorry, that name, I struggle trying to say that name. I really do. Bibi, the Greater Israel Project. They want over 500 miles around Israel. Now, Israel's about the size of New Jersey, from point to point. I'm assuming that's including Gaza. They want 500 miles around their little country. They want part of Syria, Lebanon, Iraq, Iran, and Turkey. While we're dealing with Iran, because we had to help baby Israel Zionists about Iran with this whole uranium. Uranium. Do you know they have uranium mines in their country in Iran? It naturally, you know, like somebody has a country that has diamonds that they go digging for. Iran has natural uranium in mines. So no matter what our government needs to go get of 60 kilos, something like that, of uranium, what are you going to do about the mines? You know, that's all naturally there. Oh, gee, that makes me think of Ukraine. Think about that now. Ukraine. I know I'm all over the place, but follow me. Follow. Ukraine, 2014. We had to change their government. So we put Yeltsin in. You know that, right? Obama took down the president of Ukraine at the time. For whatever reason, I'm trying to remember. Corruption. We were the corruption. Because of the Biden thing that him and Hunter were all involved in. That scandal there, where they were making big bucks. But we had to change the president. And we put Yeltsin in to be our little puppet. Real reason. Ukraine has a lot of minerals. They have a lot of natural things that people would need or use. They don't want Russia to have it. The United States wants it. And you can't deny it. Because if we're going after countries about oil, you can't tell me that we're not going after countries about minerals and everything else. So, of course, we are going to help Ukraine about with Russia because we don't want Russia to have Ukraine's natural resources, do we? We want it. Okay, now back to Iran. Uranium in the mines. If I know this, a lot of other people know this. I'm sure our military government knows this too. So is this going to be not just the oil, but the uranium that's naturally in their mines? And then this whole thing about the 2-week pause that's not going well at all, because Israel didn't agree to this. According to Trump, he didn't agree to the terms of Iran's, because Israel wanted to start bombing Lebanon, sorry. Like they treated Gaza's people, the Palestinians. Gotta blow them all up. Children, women, men. Gotta destroy Gaza, because it's gonna be a canal. But we gotta destroy it. It's gonna be waterfront beach property. But we gotta take everybody out. Kill them all. Decimate the land so we can make it the way we want. This is BB's thoughts. And don't forget the 500 miles around. Getting all these other little parts of the countries all around us. So we're going to decimate. Kill, 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 kill. Destroy, destroy, destroy. So we can have what we want. And you all thought it was China that was going to just swallow up the world. You thought Russia was going to eat up Europe. I don't know. But by golly, BB's working on his plan and nobody's stopping him. Not America. No, we're helping him out. we're helping him out 100%. We're his little puppets. Actually, Trump. Sorry, Mr. President. You are Bibi's puppet. He tells you to sit. You sit. He tells you to go bark at that country and start bombing. What do? Bang, bang, bang. So I take that pretty much like a betrayal to America, to us, citizens, Mr. President. You rather help out another country who's bullying, destroying, killing other people in their countries to get for what they want of an agenda, the Greater Israel Project. But we, citizens, food prices outrageous. Gas prices because of Iran. Thank you so much. Everything has been going up before this Iran. Don't hear you trying to help us in America, Mr. President Trump. But by golly, I'm hearing all what you want to do to help Bibi. Don't know what this outcome's going to be. I honestly know one thing. He was close to destroying Iran. You know Israel has nuclear warhead bombs, right? You know that, right? Nobody ever starts to talk and complain about that. Oh, I guess Israel can have nuclear missiles and bombs and all that. We can. China, Russia, we know they. But anybody else that might want to defend their country, no. Because the bullies want to make sure that they can bully you. And if you have anything to defend yourself, it might make it hard on the bullies. So, just be aware. Might not be seeing much news about any real news soon because nobody's going to want to be getting in trouble with the White House for being against the Iran war or whatever else that happens. We were all worried about what Trump could have done to Iran the other day, and then he puts a pause. And Bibi makes it clear his finger's still on the trigger. That he didn't make no deal. He didn't agree. So keep that in mind. We might not nuke Iran, but Israel might. And let me tell you, when one of us starts that, China, Russia, I think it's Pakistan, correct me if I'm wrong, will all be joining in. And then you have your big Middle East war of wars. And don't think that us Americans here in America ain't gonna feel this. Because if this was to happen, folks, we will get the bombs just like they do. Because we already know China and Russia can reach our lovely country. So, as people besides Trump want to support Israel, Bibi, just know you're really doing it for the wrong reasons. And blood will be on your hands. I still can't get over how Trump was on Easter. If you're a Christian, that should have insulted you hardcore. And then that preacher woman, sorry, Paula White, talk about a phony preacher. Trump is not Jesus Christ. Okay? That's blasphemy. For her to compare our president to being like Jesus. No. Jesus didn't swear and threaten like a bully other people or put them down or picked on them for their opinion or if they had a disability. No. No. Trump does. Trump did. He still does. So for her to sit there for the whole world to hear that Trump is like Jesus Christ, I was like, are you kidding me? Like, for real? And you're a preacher? No, you're not. You're not of God's preachers. No. No. And to know that she helps Trump for faith in the White House, concerning. Very concerning. This whole thing is getting very concerning. So hopefully you all have yourself with plans that if whatever happens, loss of electricity, the power grid, bombs, martial law. I wouldn't be surprised about martial law coming at some point soon. Oh, and news has it now, because I got it on my local news, starting in December, there will be a draft, a military draft. Yep. I bet you it'll come sooner than December, to be honest, my opinion, but I think that will be before December. I really do. And you know, before all that, or right around that, I wouldn't be surprised if we have martial law either, because if they're already going to start telling news media on how to do the news even more, I know Trump likes to talk about his fake news media, but now it's going to be more about, if you disagree, you're fake, you watch. It's really going to be a fast domino effect is starting to really play out. The stage is almost all set. Yeah, the stage is really completely almost set. So, gotta have your house in order. And if you're not sure about being with Jesus, I don't think time is going to be much on our side as things keep rapidly happening. So, please do. Because the devil has been unleashed fast. He's on a mission. Satan's on a mission. And everybody who knows about the book of Revelation, we all know. He's given a short time to do whatever he wants towards the end here. And then he knows his time is up, and then it's between him and God. So, he's on a mission. I would advise you all, you don't have to listen to me or not, it's fine. Keep your eyes on the Middle East. Obviously keep your eyes for God, especially if you follow him deeply. By all means, pray, but know that things have to play out. And make sure you have a plan for your family. Because what people don't realize, you can survive a nuclear war. Of course, depending on, if you're not right in close range, there is survival. So it would be wise to have, stocked up on canned goods and all, because you're not going to be able to, you won't be able to grow crop or anything, because the soil, different areas will be contaminated, the rain, everything will be contaminated. It'll be the nuclear winter. So yeah, people who will survive, there won't be food to be able to eat, and the stores that would be safe because of radiation. But if you got it yourself in a good bunk area, I know we're not rich to have those bunkers, but if, basement, really secluded, got your stuff airtight, sealed where it's impossible, you'll need that food. And some good advice, have your spring water, not from the store. Save those water jugs. Make your own spring water. Boil your water, because you can't trust the water around anywhere anymore. Seriously. So you might as well start getting yourself prepped by learning about getting in the routine of boiling water. I have been doing it for about, I can honestly say 20 years. My household, we drink, homemade, I call it homemade spring water, where I boil the water, cool it down, and bottle it. And we've been doing fine. I don't drink we don't drink faucet water. It's all boiled. I don't cook with it. Nope. I refuse. I can't trust it. Too much fluoride for one, and all this other stuff of chemicals to treat the water. So it's a lot that I threw out there. Sorry about that. It's just so much going on that I'm sure we're all trying to still process. Just note that the peace agreement, there was no... Trump made it clear that he wasn't going to go according to their plan of what they wanted for the 10 steps there. So, and they know that. It's going to get worse. I hate to say it, but it's definitely going to get worse. And pretty soon we all won't be able to tell it each other. Pretty soon YouTubers like myself and others that have more followers and stuff won't be able to. You watch. Because when they start having the media start to be, you and I are next. So while you still got a freedom of speech right this moment, I advise you to start yapping. Seriously. As long as you're not making a threat to no government official, etc. like that. I'm sorry. I'm not saying that whatever they want to say, I'm looking at it as, till I am told by law that I don't have a right for my opinion, I'm going to speak it now while I have a chance. And to give you guys heads up, because not many people probably heard what Carolyn said. I did, and I was like, what? And not many people are talking about this yet, so I'm sure people will be very soon, because this is a concern. They're really wanting to quiet everybody up. Just like the whole Charlie Kirk. See, this all goes together. The Epstein, Charlie Kirk, the Greater Israel Project, Trump and Bibi. And you know Jeff Epstein's not dead. Let's just throw that out there for the hell of it. So when you really look at this whole big circle that's involved of people, you've got a puzzle or almost completely put together. And it goes right back to Israel of Bibi. That man needs to get arrested and be put down. As in arrested and put in jail. Okay? Do you know that, and then I'll let you go on this, that Bibi is supposed to be arrested and be dealing with court? But while there's a war of some kind going on that he's involved in, they won't remove him. So that's another thing to think about. If you know you might go to jail, prison for your crimes that you committed, would you want to stop doing your war issues so that you could go bye-bye? Or would you keep it going so that they couldn't touch you? If that's the case, he needs to be taken out now. His people do not need this. A lot of the Israelis in that country is not for what Bibi's all about. They really aren't. Zionists are bullies. They hide behind the Jews. So that when people hear about Zionists and they see the Jews around them, they think the Jews are Zionists. Most of all Jews are not Zionists. Newsflash. Newsflash. Do your research on that Zionist business, because wow, wow, wow. And God forbid if you talk about them too, because they find ways of getting you out. Look at Charlie Kirk. There's a good prime example. They had him taken out. Of course, they're going to blame it on Tyler Robinson. But I'm sorry. I'm not no gun user. I don't hunt. I had a husband that did. No 360 rifle bullet deal is going to keep your head on your shoulders and not have an exit wound and not make a bloody old mess. That's what they want us to believe, that Tyler Robinson used a 360 rifle. And miraculously, Charlie's head did not blow off, and there was no exit wound, that his throat, esophagus, took the blunt and saved everybody, including the white board behind him, from getting hurt, splattered with blood. Do you know he's facing the death penalty if proven guilty? So we're going to have an innocent man take the fall for somebody of a group that decided to take Charlie out. This is how they play. This is how it goes. They don't like what you say. They find a way to shut you up. See, Charlie was very good with Trump, the whole 9 yards. He did a lot to try to get Trump to be president. Charlie was all about Israel. And then Bibi put pressure on him. And his sponsors were putting pressure on him. The Zionists. Charlie was seeing what was going on. No, he did not agree. He did not want that all. He made some videos on that. He made it clear that this was not the way to go. That he pulled out. He pulled out with the sponsors from Israel, Zionists. He pulled out from that. And he paid a price. He's no longer here. This is how evil this group has become. They're showing their true colors. They're not even hiding it anymore. But God forbid if you talk against them. I never thought, I shouldn't say that. I knew this day was going to come. I guess I never thought it was going to play out like this. And this is only the beginning. You do know that. 7 years of tribulation. And if this is only the beginning, got 7 years of it. If we all can survive it, right? So a lot's going on. Watch what you say. Keep your ears tuned. Because, man, a lot of talking going on. They say one thing, then it's another thing, and they're doing it, and they're doing it fast. So that way, we can't absorb to really know what's going on. Keep that also in mind. But definitely keep your eyes and ears in the Middle East. And when I say keep your eyes, watch the facial and the eyes when these presidents, representatives talk, such as Trump and Bibi. Watch their demeanor. Pete Hegseth, man, he's coming unglued. He's been coming unglued. He's coming unglued even more. I saw his press thing, and ooh. And he's in charge of the military. Do you see what the big picture is yet? If not, I really suggest you take your blindfolders off. Don't keep being too distracted. I know God doesn't want us to be of the world. He doesn't want us to pay attention to it. I get that. I'm all about that too. I know it doesn't sound like it right now, but I don't think He wants you to be blindly not knowing. You know, like when you know the weather's going to be rainy, you dress for it, you get your umbrella out, okay? So if you know there's going to be a problem that's going to affect you in some way, shape, or form, affect you one way, shape, or form, okay, you try to get ready for that. You know there's going to be a flood, you try to get ready for that. You know there's going to be a bad winter storm, blizzard, you get ready for that, right? You get the food, make sure that you're all set, so if you're bunkered in, you're not going to be hungry, okay? He doesn't want you to sit there and just do nothing. Trust me, I don't think so, because that would be a fool. And we already know he's not too kind about fools, because that means they just don't care to learn. So anyways, I'm going off all over the place, sorry. Just wanted to get this all out there because it's really getting very concerning. A lot of people talking about Iran. I'm totally against this whole craziness. Since when do we listen and do for another country like Israel? I really feel Trump has betrayed America because he's not thinking about us at all. It's all about what Bibi wants. And you don't have to believe me, just keep on watching what you're seeing, because their actions are speaking very loudly. Alright, take care, stay safe, and peace out. And this is Marduke with Real Talk. Please hit the subscribe button, hit like if you want, leave a comment, share, and let's stay strong together and voice your opinion out there while you still can, because pretty soon, I don't know how much longer we can talk. Looks like they're trying to start shutting people up. I'm not sure, but Carolyn really kind of put a point out there of a warning, didn't she? Alright, peace out, love you all, stay safe.